Hi, I'm Dr. Raj Aquila. I'm UK Ambassador and Global Key Opinion Leader in Facial Medical Aesthetics. Welcome to my series of online training webinars. Now let's try and optimize this region here in the forehead. Okay, so what you can do with the forehead, you can either use a needle or cannula. What I would suggest is that with a patient where you've got pockets of concavity, typically a female patient, we use then a needle. Just crunch down to the subgaleal space onto the bone and inject. When you have a patient like this who has actually got quite a significant transverse cavity, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to just put a cannula in there and crunch through the galea. Now, first of all, the galea, it ends at the temporal fusion line. So you need to be medial to temporal fusion line. So we feel for the fusion here. And on this occasion, we're going to go just medial to it. Also, just try and detect any arteries. You can pinch the tissue and see where they're running as well. So we're going to go just medial to that line. Very important that you're absolutely accurate with this. Now watch this. I don't mess around. I go straight onto the bone here. Now then. Come here. Put your finger on this needle and tell me how it feels.
Tight.
It's tight. If you don't feel the tightness, you never got to the subgaleal level. You are ended under the muscle, and then it's going to be waggly and loose. So you need to feel for this feedback to know you're in the right level, okay? Now the trick is to try and make sure that we keep that tunnel so that we can take the cannula through all of those layers, skin, subcutaneous fat, frontalis muscle, and then through the galea and then onto the periosteum. Yes, we need to see the orientation of the needle? I need to follow exactly same orientation with cannula. Okay, so we use Volift in a male. Typically I would use maybe Volbella in a female patient because it's softer contours and stuff like this, you know. Okay, so get ready. I'm just going to pass you this, so I'll just chuck it. So we try and make sure that we make the same passage through. Now, there's a point at which where you have a resistance. At that there, did you see this? It was a click, and you heard a click, didn't you, Chris?
Yeah.
So there's a click. Now, watch this. Perfectly no resistance. What you did was there, you accessed a space which is underneath the underlay, okay? We went through the carpet, through the underlay, and now I'm on the smooth concrete floor, all right? And that means there's no resistance. But if you try and access the space between carpet and underlay, especially if they glued it down, yeah? It's impossible. So make a slight dissection now. Look, I'm stuck on a retaining ligament here. This retaining ligament is dividing the forehead fat compartments. So if I get stuck, no, I wasn't stuck, but if I did, I just do a little anterior grade injection. So access the space, open it up slightly, and I can get to the midline now. And then make a small injection. Now don't forget, I'm going to make an irregular result here. But because we've got Viacross, you know, we have Volift, the amount of tissue integration is rapid. And again, it's self-molding because it's in a confined anatomical space. So make a small little fan here. How does it feel? You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Now I'm showing you the cannula technique, but you understand with the needle, you must make sure that with your needle that you are making sure that you're accessing the subgaleal level. And you know, I don't think the girls are as good at this because they're very gentle. You need to really crunch and feel the crunch. You could see the pop when I first did it. Yeah. Now look at this. It looks a mess, right? So that's because it's trapped underneath the subgaleal level. But all I'm going to do with these little streams of the Volift, simply, I'm just going to apply a pressure like this, and I'm just going to mold it. But use the thinner eminence of your hand because it's the best kind of like most force. Look what happens now. Come forward. He has a frontal sulcus with the bossing of the eyebrow, and now look, he has a more healthy, more uniform transition from the forehead through to the temple and through the cheekbone. Yeah? So this uniformity is what's giving him his attractiveness whilst also retaining the masculinity of his supraorbital prominence.